Alright, YouTube. I am working on replacing the speakers in my 2019 Honda Accord that I just got. The speakers that come with the car honestly are not very good. The sound quality is pretty bad. So I went ahead and ordered some new speakers from Crutchfield. Love Crutchfield. 2 speakers for the doors. It comes with tweeters as well. These are focal integration speakers that got really good ratings. Of course, there's lots of speakers available for the car, but I like that these come with the tweeters. They had really good reviews. Then the same speakers fit in the rear of the car. Unfortunately, there's no tweeters come in the back, so I'll have some extra tweeters. I could integrate those if I wanted to. And then I bought some kickers for the center dash speakers. Like I said, none of the speakers are very good. One of the things I love about Crutchfield is they send all the parts that you need, the adapters, everything comes in the box. And unfortunately, I actually opened these a couple days ago, and my kids lost the installation instructions that came from Crutchfield. That's another great thing about Crutchfield. They tell you how to install it in your car. But the great thing is, Crutchfield also sends those instructions by email. So I'm going to pull out the email and I'll get on the installation from there. Ordered some trim removal parts from Amazon. I think this was about $10 for this set. Looks like a pretty good sturdy set. So I'm going to replace all of the speakers in the car. So I'll pause now and get to the video of installation. So I'm about to start working on my car to put the speakers in. The first thing I did was disconnected the battery. You don't want to leave that connected and have the possibility of any shorts happening while you're installing. Pretty easy. Just undo the nut here, pull it off the post. You're good to go. Okay, so the first step, I'm going to do the door speakers here. The first step is to remove the power switch here. What you do is you start on this back side. There's a little spot where you can lift up this back, and then you come along and pry up along here. There's 7 clips, and pull this whole thing up. As you pull this out, there's a wiring harness back in here, and you just want to disconnect the wiring harness. So we'll go ahead and go through that step. Okay, so there is the disconnected power switch panel. There's actually 2 wiring harnesses that you have to get off. One connects right there. The other connects right there. They're easy to take off. They just have a clip on them you push down and just it'll pull out. Clip right here on this side. And the next step is to undo that Phillips screw right there. So we're going to go through that step. Okay, so we have the power button module out. We disconnected the wiring harnesses. Took out the only screw in the door that you need to take out that was right here. And now I'm going to go around and actually take the door panel off. What you want to do is get your tool in behind here and pry it open. You can go around the whole edge and do the same thing. It just pops off. And there are 12 connectors behind there that you need to pop off. So we'll go around the whole door and pop all that. Okay, so we got the door panel off. You can see the connectors, the green connectors there. They just popped off real easily. I just pulled back on the door after I used my pry tool to get it out. There's a few wiring harnesses here that need to be disconnected. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect those. Okay, so as I disconnected these, one of these was actually a light. You can see right there. It fits right down in that hole here. All you do is twist that and it'll come right out. So we got all the wiring harnesses disconnected. Set the door right there. And now you've got the panel. Okay, and with the door off, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the sail panel here so I can replace the tweeter as well. What you're going to do is just get your pry tool under here again. It pulls straight off. It has 2 clips behind there, and then we'll get back to the video and we'll install the tweeters. There's the speaker installed. Like you can see, it has a little bit of hot glue in there. I put some on the front side and the back side. Looks just fine from the front. So I'm back here working on my tweeters, and this is the connector that came off of the stock speaker. Unfortunately, one of the great things about Crutchfield is they do send you a wiring harness, but unfortunately the end of it looks like this, so it doesn't connect right to this clip, and it's got 3 wires. So I'm gonna have to give Crutchfield a call. I want to make sure I'm connecting this correctly. Then I'll get back on and I'll show you how that's supposed to connect. Okay, so I got the old connector taken off, the one that went to the stock stereo, and for this particular speaker set, see that wire right there says display. You hook this pink one up to the positive on the car if you want to put it in display mode. Obviously I didn't, so instead the wire that says car right here is the one that hooks up to the positive, which is yellow, and then the negative is green. So I went ahead and put some connectors on there. And I'm going to wrap this with electrical tape just to make it nice and tight, and then I'll reinstall the tweeter. Now that I have the tweeter reinstalled, looks really good up here. I'm going to go ahead and replace the larger speaker down here. All it requires is that you undo this screw. Pull the old speaker off. And undo the wiring harness there. And we'll reinstall the new speakers. Okay, so I went ahead and just screwed the speakers in. It was real easy. Popped the door panel back on. Looks great, just like new. I'm gonna start the car up. And the difference between the speakers in the back and the front is amazing. I went ahead and replaced the speaker in the other door as well. You can see there how it went on. The mounting bracket went right on. Really easy. Did the other tweeter as well. Just need to put the door panel back on that side. I'm going to play the speakers in the front versus the speakers in the back, and I don't know how well you'll be able to tell on YouTube, but it is an amazing difference. So anyway, like you can see, the front speakers sound much better now. I'll do another video. I'm going to do the speakers up here in the dash, and then I'm going to do the back speakers as well. So I'll put a video up on that as well.